So let's see. Today is, if I got everything right, is November 20th, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct.
Yeah. And we're discussing for the power of the pen, John Beck's chapter on the uh let me just get this. The he described it as the mythological types of Saint Morand. And I'll just kind of cover. There's a little bit. He in the chapter he relates this to the Jungian types, but they're a typology that's its own independent. Like it has its own typology related to the symbolism of the astrological planets. The meaning, the astrological symbolism of the planets. Um, and maybe um, maybe you could talk a little bit about you studied with under John Beck about this, so maybe if there's anything you have uh, about in response to the chapter and stuff like that, um, any comments around your studying with him, or his how he's thinking about it like that. Does that make sense? Just give
Well,
us an
yes,
orientation to the chapter.
yeah. I was introduced to Saint Morand when I studied with the British Academy. So
Mhm.
that's my introduction. And hi, Sarah. Sarah did
Oh,
the
Sarah.
same. Uh,
Welcome.
but John has introduced Samaron to the BIG through his lectures and so on. So obviously I've attended his lectures, but I didn't actually study under him.
Okay.
I learned it at the academy. And I've just studied it ever since. It's
Yeah.
fascinating. It is fascinating.
Sarah, it's good to see you. So you also studied it with the academy. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. I mean, it's a long time ago when I qualified. And when I first heard of the planets, I thought, oh, as I was horrified. I thought it sounded like astrology. But studying with them at the academy, I discovered how useful they are. And but like Anne, I haven't really sort of done anything much with John because I didn't join the BIG until a bit later. And I'm not unlike Anne, I'm not actually qualified with the BIG. But I'd
Yeah.
only recommend them for graphologists. They are putting the flesh on the bones, as we sometimes say.
Yeah, I've heard that description. And I can see when I was looking at these examples.
Mhm.
We'll study each of the examples and talk about them in terms of how the type. Um, but Lawrence, did you want to say anything introductory before I get into the examples, sir?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I have a very bad sound here, so I don't know. I was trying to put some headphones, but I can't find where to plug it, so
Can
I
you
can't
can
hear
you
very
hear
well.
us okay? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, well,
A
yeah,
little.
but it's
Okay.
a little bit difficult sometimes, but it's I've put the subtitles, so I can
Okay.
read.
Good.
Uh, yeah, well, in French we study the Samoran's typology, or we studied it at least when I was a student in graphology. So that was like, I don't know, maybe 40 years ago or something like that. And it was part of the curriculum, and I think it's very useful and very interesting, and yeah.
Yeah. I kind of get this sense that there, well, with these 8 planetary metaphors, um, it's very close to the 9 of of the Enneagram, and that, kind of like at a glance, uh, at a
Mm.
gestalt of the whole, the um, I guess, tone of the writing, you can get a sense of the character of the person.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way what
Mm.
I was noticing as I was studying the examples.
Yes, but as with any typology, there are always handwritings that don't fit, or you can't find
Right.
it, or if you have a very well balanced, mature people, they may have all the planets and they
Yes.
use. So
Yeah.
it depends on the handwriting, really. But with some handwriting, it's really really great to use it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. So the meaning of type is about like an ideal character. Like the ideal sample or an example. So that's a good point that even when we're talking about the Jungian types, they're like idealized, and there's never anyone who is
Yeah.
exactly that. So it's used as a way to,
That's it. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Mm.
we cannot just rely on this. We can use it as a complement, something more to add to the handwriting analysis. But
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not enough. I mean, we cannot base everything on this. It's
No. No.
I was thinking it's like a starting point because you can kind of at a glance you're checking which of these types it's closest to, and then maybe something else John was talking about in the article was which ones are absent, and then
yeah,
how they might
Mm.
combine.
Yeah.
So, which becomes very useful. It's sort of a abstract analysis
mm,
of the different
yeah,
types,
yeah,
which is that's a similar process I see with the Jungian type that you're kind of looking at
mm,
how these different aspects are combining
Yeah.
and affecting and show up in the handwriting.
Can I
Mm.
just say something,
Yes,
Victor?
yes,
mm,
And me and a couple of other BIG members wanted to know more about the Samoran. And so we've had a couple of separate sessions, and we came up with a little table. I'm into tables and lists
yes,
and things like that.
very
And
good.
so, yeah, we sort of put the get them in the right order: Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Earth,
Yeah,
Mars, and then we listed what handwriting features
uh-huh.
go with the personality traits.
Mm.
Wow.
And I think we would go through, sometimes it's obvious that somebody fits into one of those. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you're thinking, oh, crikey, they don't seem to fit anywhere. And I think,
Yeah.
like with extrovert and introvert, you've
Mm.
got extrovert at one end, introvert at the other. Most of us are somewhere in between. There aren't very few
Mm-hmm.
that are definitely all introvert and we were seeing the same with the Samoran, that some people just didn't fit into a category, but we'd call them
Yes.
equal
Yeah.
sun and equal
Mhm.
earth. But as you've said, if we were struggling, sometimes it's easiest to say, right, well, what aren't they?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's missing?
What's
And then
missing?
by a process of elimination,
Yeah.
you whittle it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I remember this was something John was always saying about what is
Mm,
absent from the handwriting to
mm,
yeah.
mm.
identify it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, if I may, it's based also on the four temperaments from Hippocrates, and
Mm-hmm.
I said it right, but
Yeah.
and if you like drawings, you have, I don't know, I sent you this, I think, and it's kind of
Yeah.
something called
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
um,
Mm.
you can see, but
Yeah.
presents
We
the
Yeah.
maybe like
Okay.
afterward we can share some of these charts, and I'll send them
yeah.
out to people that are interested to have them.
Mm.
I was trying to do that kind of chart you're talking about, Sue, and so I'm very curious to see how how ours match up. But I
Yep.
realize it's a little bit too complex for or a little 1 hour. Uh,
Mm,
so what I thought we would do would focus on the examples that are in the in John's article that are
Mhm.
samples of each of these types.
Mm.
And then, you know, we can have our discussion that way. But what I was doing, Sue, was I was putting them in an order from the most constrictive or contractive type, most expansive type. You know, so be looking at the handwriting that more contractive to more expansive in the 8. Is there
Yeah.
anyone else that has just general comments or thoughts before I jump into the handwriting samples and we talk about these in the book or dying questions?
Could I
Okay.
ask Anne how many
Yes.
types you would normally find in my handwriting and Laurence in your experience? What would the average number be that you'd expect to see?
From this, there are 8 types, main types. Is
But
that
how many
what?
would you normally see in the handwriting?
Like in the same handwriting is
Yeah.
what you mean, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, in the same handwriting.
Yes.
Oh, no, usually it's maybe 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah.
well, you have some traces or little um, indications of that it's not completely absent, but it's not the main
Got it.
characteristic of the handwriting. But 3 or 4 is the most.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Mm.
Let's see here now. Okay. Okay. Is this showing up for everyone?
Yeah, you're on Sun.
Okay. I'm gonna this is
Thought I'd seen that sample somewhere before.
Mm.
Oh, let me see. I'm trying to find a quick way to move. We're going to Saturn first. Number 8. Oh, here we go. Okay. So Saturn, how's that? Is everyone seeing this okay? Laurence, would you like to start off about this type, the Saturn type?
Saturn, yeah, you mean the characteristics of the
Yeah, the
handwriting?
characteristics. Yeah,
Well,
I'll move up here where
yeah,
he's
well,
talking about them. The severe narrow forms, rigidity. Can everyone see this?
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And the
yeah,
sharp
there are also a lot of
or
simplification. It's really
yeah.
there's
Mhm.
nothing useless. It's only the essentials.
It's usually a very
And I
small,
kind of noticed, yeah.
tight,
Yeah,
serious type of writing,
Mm.
isn't it? As is the personality. There's not usually a lot of flamboyance or anything like that in
yeah,
it. And as can be seen here, the movement is sort of very well, it's very small across on the baseline.
Mhm.
It isn't, there aren't large movements because it's so rigid.
yes. What is not typical from Saturn in this handwriting, I think, is the big lower, the tall lower zone and upper zone.
And the episode, yeah,
I was
yeah,
It's
wondering
not from
about that.
Saturn. It's more like
Yeah.
Sun or
yeah, it's usually very condensed, isn't it?
yes,
Okay.
can be
So
more.
that upper zone and lower zone is not necessarily the
No,
Saturn type,
no.
such an extension. Okay.
No, no.
Okay. That helps me understand a lot because I was wondering about that. Yeah.
No, that would be more like the sun, you know, maybe well,
Right.
maybe for the lower zone, but the well, as always, it's not pure Saturn. It's a mix of things.
Right. Right. So the part to that he's relating it to is about that very small middle zone,
Yeah.
the rigidity of the baseline and the
Yeah.
kind of the rigidity of the movement and stuff like that.
Yeah, the simplicity, there's no
And I guess the upper and lower zone, that's showing some expansiveness that is that's more of another type that's kind of coming through. Yeah. Okay. Is this helpful to everyone to get a sense of what how to be using these types? Sue, is this useful since you guys have been studying it? Yeah. So then let's see, the next Earth, yeah. That's number 1. Okay. Close your eyes. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. So here's John's sample of Earth, the Earth type. Okay, and the characteristics, I'll just show these for you all. Compact appearance, rhythm is constricted.
Constrained, yeah.
Right, yeah. Go ahead, Anne, you're fine. The copybook kind of close to or to the copybook. Again, we have the hugging of the baseline. This is why I put them in this order. I'm looking at the most constrictive or contractive, and then the next one, and then the next one kind of in line, so we can see how they compare, these types compare with each other. Rarely fast speed, deliberate progress. Pressure is the heaviness with a pastos, thick stroke. Okay.
But there again, the big upper and lower zone is not typical of Earth.
Got you. But the middle zone in this
the narrowness, neither. I mean, it would be more,
Right.
But
a larger middle zone than in the Saturn type. Is that?
Yes.
That's a part of the Earth.
Yes, can be larger. Yes.
And
it's and it's more it's more, sitting on the baseline and than Saturn. It's a less anxious type. It's more like it's reliable. It does the work. It's not.
I think of Earth as like practical. The Earth type is practical.
Yeah.
So then you have the middle zone is kind of more emphasized, and and not so much rigidity as the Saturn type. Is that?
Yeah, but also it's not there's it has never any I don't know, it's conventional. It's like
Right.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, like the what do you call that?
Can be very copybook.
Yeah, copybook.
No original, no, not much of originality.
No.
It speaks to what it knows, and then it can be it's very regular.
Yeah, because they follow the rules, don't they?
Yes.
Very conventional,
Yes.
traditional, and they can do routine work as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Mundane routine work, actually.
They like it. Yes. They don't like anything that will change or
No.
So again, the extensions are something other than the Earth.
Yes.
Okay.
Victor, with the extensions, this one and the previous sample, it seems like the writers compelled to have lines that are fairly close together, although there's some effort to not have overlaps. There may be a couple places, but not very often. I wondered if
Yeah.
you could say something about someone whose line spacing is more compact than somebody's more expansive.
You're talking about the horizontal distance of,
The
or
distance between the lines.
between the lines, and oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
has a little more breathing room between the lines than the Saturn, the first sample. Is that?
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose in this writing, it looks as though this is a good organizer,
mhm.
you know, organizer of time and space.
Mm.
But as Lauren said, the long lower zone wouldn't, well, the long lower zone might be there, but
Yes.
it that certainly the tall
Yeah.
upper zone wouldn't necessarily
Yeah.
be in an earth, what you'd call an earth writing.
Yes, yes. The lower zone can be
Yeah.
important in Earth. Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
It
That
hasn't
makes
got the
sense.
melancholy feel of Saturn. It's sort of like happier.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the phrase "down to earth" really suits this.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Just yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's look and let's look at the next one. That's moon. I think that's just the next. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, and here we're looking at wide open spaces,
Yeah.
the horizontal space especially, I guess. Absence of rigidity in the movement, round letter forms, thread connectives. I think that's it. Here we go. And I don't know, my feeling here is it's still like a left-leaning kind of tendency that's more withdrawn or inward, but like it's still introverted type, but it's not so rigid. It's much looser.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and kind of ethereal.
Yeah,
Mm.
Moon compared to Earth, Moon has no rules. It can do anything. It doesn't organize anything. It's just takes things as it comes, or can be very passive too, and just let there can be some creativity sometimes, or some originality, but there's no, of course it lacks the practical down to earth capacity, and yeah, but this one is a little bit, is not so, I don't know, aquatic. I don't know. It
Yes.
it's a little bit
It's not quite as vague as I would expect Moon to be irregular. It's sort of
Ah, like
It's a very dreamy writing, isn't it? Sort of
yes,
floaty, almost like floating.
yes,
yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
like you can kind of see that in the baseline that
yes.
Yes.
really not any rules, really not any it's not like it's erratic, it's just not tied.
Mm.
You
And
Yeah.
the
know?
letters are quite wide
Mhm.
compared to the others.
Yes. There's an
So
expansion there.
the
Yeah.
blood pressure might be lower for this person.
That
Mm.
maybe is I was thinking it more of a moon type might even be less less definable, like kind of more illegible even.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
structure. It's
Like because it
Yeah.
would like disintegrate basically. It would be losing its form even more
yes,
according to the
Yes.
description of
mm,
the type.
yes, yes,
Yeah. Yeah. It can be described as being formless, can't it?
Mm.
Mm,
Moon.
yeah.
Mm.
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 can be formless. And there can be a lot of white also inside the letters or between the words, or and it's not.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah. And let's see how the Venus is kind of more of a middle because of its balance rather than expansive or contractive,
Mm.
you know, although
yes.
Let's see, I thought I saw, here is the graphic description.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, the middle zone. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, as far as I'm concerned, there's always garlands in this writing in the Venus,
Yes.
In Venus, yes.
and a warm pasty stroke,
Mhm.
as it says there. Yeah.
And I see he's saying often leftward, the garlands are often leftward, which kind of indicates a kind of like in the Jungian type, it would be introverted feeling type.
Yes, they
Yeah.
can be. They
What
can
what
be.
what do you mean? What does it mean? Leftward garlands.
That instead of
In the slant or no?
well, like the end of it is twirls more towards the left rather than more open to the right in as it's moving along.
Okay, at the
Right.
it can
Yeah.
be like that, but yeah.
Yeah. Which kind of makes sense. It's sort of like I think of Venus, the Venus type, as a bit how would I put it? Not exactly selfish, but like like they want attention.
Yeah.
Self-centered, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
more self-centered, and that's what that leftward theme.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not always like this. They can also be generous and
Oh,
really
yes.
Yeah,
welcoming and like this, but
and
depends.
that's actually the feeling type in the Jungian type is because it's about the relationship that's always
Yes.
positive, whether it's with whether it's an introverted feeling or extroverted feeling. But it's just
Yeah.
that it's not always like it's again, I think we're looking at that balance here where
Yeah.
it's neither one extreme or the other, like we had been
Mm.
seeing.
Mm.
It's not an extreme withdrawal, or an extreme introversion. It's a kind of uh, staying grounded in the self,
Yes.
or in their
Yes.
their identity or personhood. Like I'm important too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a basic question, Victor.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've looked at this typology, and I'm curious from a very general standpoint how you tie this in with handwriting, what the major theme of each one of these categories is going to be, and what types of insight you're going to get. You sort of touched on that a little bit.
Yeah.
But
no, go ahead.
And if you're going to use this, is it like a beginning tool to begin to get some type of insight on the overall? Because I want to be able to look at each one of these and its thematic implications for the overall writing, so that when I do a writing analysis in the traditional sense using some technique, that I'm using this as a way to guide me through that by looking at the themes. And then if there are multiple themes, because there are multiple categories that are showing up in the writing, then you want to know what each one of them is and how they're tying together.
Yeah.
Or a Gestalt look at the entire writing. That makes sense?
Yeah, yeah, and in fact, Stan, this is new to me too. It's a very introduction. So I'm gonna have your questions to, have Anne and Lauren and Sarah be able to kind of respond to that if any of you want to.
Can you put the handwriting back up there so we
Yes.
can look at the writing
Yeah,
rather
let
than
me
the
give you
words?
here we go. Let's see. Here we are with the Venus type. That's it's about balance. If you talk about what is the Venus type and you want to put it in one word, I would use the word balance or harmony.
Yes,
Yeah,
they,
harmony.
they need that peace and harmony. They're
Mhm.
peacemakers, aren't they?
So that is a really good question, Stan, about
Yeah.
how do you use this. I'll just say, like, my thought is that it can be both kind of an initial, not a beginner, but an initial. I'm thinking what you mean by beginning is like when you have a handwriting sample, how do you start? Well, you can kind of see which of these 8 does it show up, is there any one that is most dominant? And if not, does it fit within a category of 2 different types that are kind of blending like that? That's kind of the way I think. And then you would work out, more you can place it within the particulars of your graphology assessment and place it as like that overall theme that maybe that helps you give a coherent report, or a
What was that second theme? First
uh,
one being, go ahead.
oh, harmony for this one for Venus.
Firmity?
Harmony.
Harmony.
To
Oh,
be
yeah.
harmonious. Yeah. And if you have the book um uh at the beginning, let me pull up what you're talking about are these general themes. That's what John presents right at the beginning. I kind of skipped that. So you're bringing up a good here we go.
Mm,
At the beginning of the
yeah.
chapter, he goes through the 8 and their main theme, which is very useful. See, so the sun about pride, individuality, and self-esteem. Let's go down here to Venus. Sociability, charm, and pleasantness.
Mm,
Saturn, restrictiveness, withdrawal, seriousness. So
mm,
these are kind of he gives these general themes and then goes into the handwriting characteristics. Was this what you were talking about? Having like a sense of what that general theme of these types
Yes.
was? Yeah. So let's see, and the Earth, see practicality and dependability.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is really good. Forgive me for not starting with that. That's that's probably one of those tables for you, Sue.
Mhm.
So but does anyone have any comments or reactions about how you're using these themes or these in your handwriting analysis practice? Like uh is it like as a guide or as an initial thing
Yeah,
or
well, for me, it depends, really on the handwriting. If I see
uh-huh.
the handwriting and it really cries out, this is Mars, and so I know how to in which direction to go, and that's what I'm going to I don't know, maybe use more.
Mhm.
But sometimes if it's not so, I can use it also as an addition to what I can find with the with the rest of the analysis and say, oh yeah, there's some Venus or some Earth, so this will also bring something else to the portrait or something. I don't know. It's but it's not something that you cannot just use this. I mean, it's an addition to the rest.
You look at it at the end normally with,
yes,
once you've been through everything, and then you look at the sort of like just, yes, as you say, just sort of like adding sort of like the final touches. You sort of build up a picture of what you think as you go along, and then
yes. But sometimes if the handwriting is really, very much typical of a
one
type,
type.
sometimes it can be you see it right away. I mean, that's what I mean.
Yes.
But it's one of the typologies, isn't it? You go
Yes.
through Jung and Freud and Adler and Fromm, and then
Maslow.
Sam Morand and Maslow, and it's just one of the typologies that you can look at. As you say, if the writing is a dominant sun or whatever, then obviously you can give that more emphasis. But otherwise, it's just one of the typologies, just a tool in the box.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, have we lost Victor? Was it something we said?
He's overcome.
Disappeared. He'll probably come back. But keep talking, keep asking each other questions. This is new to me. It's very interesting.
Ah, right. So you've not come across this before then?
No, I haven't used this.
Right.
And I have trouble with typologies. I attend the Enneagram group, and I know Kathleen is very good at it. But for me, it kind of gets in my way. I'm not used to a typology.
Right.
I just want to see the handwriting because that's what I know. But keep talking. You have a lot to say. So.
Well,
one thing I think is useful to have typologies at hand to refer to, as it slows us down from immediately noticing one particular thing, a hook or an exaggeration. Because sometimes what grabs the eye is less important than the general picture.
Yeah.
I'd agree, Chuck. Yeah, I'd agree, Chuck. And I think it's useful to have lots of different typologies because sometimes a person doesn't fit into any one.
No.
But they might fit or might not fit into, for instance, Sam Morand, but they might fit into a different type of typology that if you look at Freud's groupings or Maslow's groupings, and they might fit into that much easier when it comes to sort of consolidating your report and putting everything together.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm walking around the grocery store, I'll do some people watching and think, well, everybody's going to have different writing, and there may be a lot under the surface, but then seeing their behavior shows that I think we have so much in common, and yet the details are a little different. Our emphasis of what we brought from or overcome from childhood, and relationship satisfying with job, or being able to use instinct for creativity of different sorts.
I think maybe Judy's a more intuitive person than I am, because I like the tables and the charts and to work through it, but I can understand that Judy will look at the writing and think, okay, that's this, and this, and that's not something I can do.
I think one of the best things about this typology, if you can hear me,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
is that we can learn all that we can about the handwriting, but if you don't have the vocabulary and the writing skills to be able to communicate it, so to hear other vocabulary, I think is the most important part of that. Just don't say you're an introvert. Introvert means somebody who has reflection before expression. A converted introvert, that expression before, because you are a converted introvert. So really you aren't. So I think being able to express ourselves, it's one thing to learn the traits, it's one thing to learn to sculpt and these traits, but I think we must learn to communicate. Otherwise, we write very bad reports.
Yes.
I agree.
Agree.
I see the usefulness of the typology is giving us those characteristics, the descriptive names of these things, and which instead of talking about introversion and extroversion, the Jungian type, for example, really goes into detail about the different kinds of introversion and extroversion. And when you can be understanding that, you don't have to just be stuck on this one big word that's kind of vague. You can talk about, the um, how the person's getting energy by having time in the woods or with their pets, with animals, or how they get energy from being involved in talking with other people, stuff like that, which is a different way of talking about introversion and extroversion. But even people have different kinds of introversion and extroversion. And I think these knowing about these different typologies helps us to have ways to be more specific about how we're talking about our language, and not like technical language, but more precise language about describing how the person is and what's unique in their particular characteristic of being practical, for example.
I mean, this is interesting because if you talk about Venus, is that because that's the love word and the Venus out there? So you're talking about garlands and getting along, whereas the moon is that left slant, it only comes out once at night and stuff like that. So are there characteristics about these planets that is kind of the Earth, larger, kind of in your face, we're down here? I'm at least at a higher level of confusion when I started.
But left slant is not moon. It's not a characteristic of the moon. I don't think so. Just saying that, but
It's
Can be though, because the moon is very reflective and introverted.
that
More
I
often
think
than not.
Ruth,
it's
I'm
not
sorry,
always left slant. Well, I don't know.
Ruth,
Variable.
it's not about the moon at all. It's about how we have made meaning over the centuries we've been human beings to associate a human feeling or a human characteristic with something that's up there in the heavens. And so it's like our projection of who we are. That's where the astrology, the astrological symbolism is just our initial language for talking about human characteristics. And it has nothing to do with the moon at all, except how we are thinking about the moon or how we feel because of being out in the moon. So I've usually seen in a full moon when I felt a lot of, just I've been in love in the middle of a full moon. My God, there's nothing like that feeling. So by golly, I project it right into the moon, you know. but so the nuances have been identified in what we call astrology. These descriptions are the symbolic descriptions So the moon is different from Venus in that the moon is really about the interior imagination that kind of relates to when you're to the nighttime, which is about dreams. And Venus is something else. It's more about and it kind it these are kind of like carried on from like it's a morning star, okay? It comes out at a particular time of the year, and so it's become associated with relationships, and especially the romantic relationships, because it happens usually, I think, in the springtime or something like that, or in March. There's like the way that it becomes placed in the star, in the placed where it is placed in the sky at the particular time. And we're talking about kind of the Middle East and the Mediterranean, where all of this was developed. So they're metaphors that give us the words to help us.
I can understand what you're saying, Victor, but I can also understand Ruth's point of view in that if we have the word saturnine, is it? Which is somebody who's quite serious, which fits in with the Saturn handwriting. We have the word earthy, down to earth. And so we're linking that. We have, if we think of Mars, who's charging off into battle, and the Mars handwriting is quite aggressive. If we think about Mercury with the wings on his feet, is it his feet? And he's bringing messages. So a Mercurian handwriting is a good communicator. So I can see, I think, the way
Don't
Ruth
forget
is.
lunatic.
Lunatic, yes. Once a month, we make the lunatics come out at night time.
World.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah. Thinking about Holst's planets, that I find that ties in with how we look at handwriting in the different ways. You know, Mars, the bringer of war, and Jupiter, you know, and all those. I don't know what anybody else thinks, but
well, the reasons we have those feelings are because of the myths that developed.
So
because when I think of moon, I think of push and pull on life, you know, the tides. That's how personally I relate to the moon.
And so the handwriting for a moon person, as I understand it, it's sort of wavy, like the water.
Like the water.
It's sort of dreamy, it's drifting along. There's no precision there, there's no structure. It's so easygoing that it's, But you said about Mars, I mean, a Mars handwriting is heavy pressure and angles. And you use the word warrior, war. And so I can relate, I can see why the planets have been used to categorize, typologize, whatever the word is, handwriting, that you can fit the personalities in.
And it's also each planet is related to an element like fire, water, you know, air, and earth. They all and that's also interesting to
Yes.
I was looking for the Mars sample to give, since you were just talking about it. Gosh, I thought it was. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, the Mars sample there. The heavy, strong, firm pressure, angles, rigidity, but a speed and a forward slant that makes it more extroverted.
It's charging into battle.
Yeah. But I'm seeing that the slant can be either left or right. So, see, this is what I was realizing, and why I was thinking not to dwell too much on the Jungian types with this, is because um, they they don't fit exactly the Jungian types, even though they're 8 planets and they're 8 uh, function attitudes of the Jungian types. But there's these nuances that like Mars could be uh have even though it's strong, it's not necessarily expansive. It can be more expansive or less expansive and still be a Mars energy, is the way I'm understanding it. So um uh I didn't want to confuse things. That's what I mean. uh Ruth, because this is very new to me, and I was realizing, you can try to make things fit, and then you're misunderstanding the typology. And like you were talking about, um, the that um, the moon also being about that wavy thing, about that, like there's a lot of information related to talking about the moon type. And yet it fits together. It fits. Um, it in a way that if I just put together, like I talked about how um, it was more, it creates the waves, but it's also kind of like there's certain times where the moon disappears. There's this fading thing about it, different things. And yet we're which, in other words, I can't I talking about the moon type is more than just a single description. It gives you that's what I'm getting. Am I off base, Laurence? Is that?
Could you just do all 8 types so we can see? Because we've
Yes.
only done 4 types.
Yes. So we were at
Venus.
where was it? Yeah, we were at Venus. So Mercury was the next one I would go to. Yeah. And here we have the small letter size.
Yeah.
Very rapidly. Irregularity of height. And any particular things you want to emphasize.
How is that really different from from Mars?
Well,
No, Mars has more energy, angles, it's dynamic, it moves forward, and not Mercury, it's not that strong. It's
I would have said it's usually large as well, Mars, isn't it?
Mars can be larger than the example we saw.
Yeah.
Yes, it can be larger. Yes.
So there should be a bigger difference that between Mars and Mercury.
I would think that Mars would be more aggressive than what we saw.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the CIA or something like that.
Well, there's some Mercury in this Mars, I think.
I think so.
Yeah. Yes, I thought so.
Or Saturn also, maybe, yeah.
No.
Interesting. Yeah, like
maybe more Saturn.
If it was a stronger expression of Mars, maybe there would be more like lower zone angles.
Yes.
Angles below the baseline.
Yeah.
Angled and we're not really seeing. You got a little bit here with the F, kind of an angular, kind of. But I would think this G might be a stronger angle or something. But I see what you mean. Most of it is the middle zone is because that's more of the mental. So that's why you're saying this is more like Mercury.
Yeah.
Because
it's more.
the kind of the middle zone having all of those angles, and not so much aggressiveness showing up in the lower zone.
It's more like initiative, you know,
Mm-hmm.
connecting to other people and getting things done.
Yes.
That way. Social connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to here,
Yeah.
it's the Mercury sample. And oh yeah, like this I kind of see what you mean. This would probably be a stronger Mercury writing would be a larger
Garland.
zone. And the angles would be, there would be more angularity and not so much of that threadiness. Is that correct? Am I getting that right, guys?
Can you lower the page so we see the graphic
Oh
form?
yeah. Yeah, there you go. Oh,
We were saying that the angularity was more in Mars than in, it is
right.
in Mercury, it would be in the middle zone.
Right.
But the angularity would be in Mars.
Ah, okay.
It's like, well, I don't know. Can you say bombastic? Would you say bombastic for Mars, or is that more?
Yeah, so they're going in that direction, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sort of
yeah,
I am here.
yeah,
With Mercury's more sort of like self-effacing.
yes.
Okay.
And
So
I think it's more sort of hopping Mercury.
Yes.
They're quite sparky. I mean,
Yes.
you say that.
It's intuitive, isn't it?
Yes,
Mercury.
Mars has got some more weight behind it.
Yes. Yeah.
So this does work for Mercury because you've got these.
Oh, that does. Yeah.
angles,
Yes.
yeah. And yet it's not such a heavy emphasis or a heavy pressure
No.
like
No.
the Mars sample.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. And you can have left slant, because I've seen left slanted writer, very heavy pressure and very determined in what they do, very controlling. So therefore that would be a Mars writing with a left slant.
Yes.
Mm.
I think Mercury's usually very small writing
Yeah.
compared to Mars.
Which shows up here in the comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's difficult to see the scale, the way it's
yeah.
laid out in that report.
Yeah. There's one word there. Is it painting, lines 3, or
Panting?
panting?
Panting.
Goes relentlessly at the leash.
Panting
and
here.
makes panting, a panting noise.
That's very angular. So that could be, that could be a good example of Mars, even on a small scale. But
even with that T making that
yes,
angularity there, it's
yeah, and there's angles on the middle zone there, connecting the strokes. So yeah.
But Mars can be also more impulsive with all kinds of big gestures, or like this, and this one is kind of constricted, or
it is a bit small, really, but
And they both have a very restrictive lower zone, so they're more middle zone, more practical here and now with less imagination.
Yeah.
And then let's see, let me see where we're at. We got so Mercury, Mars. Sun and Jupiter are left. So we're at the top of the hour, but let me just, we'll wrap up here with the Sun and Mercury. I mean Sun and Jupiter. Yeah. Mars, and then where was the Sun? The Sun was 5. Figure 5. There we go. So here, characteristics, refinement, let's see, that uprightness of the writing is kind of
upright and arcades, isn't it, usually?
this is interesting. The stylized forms. I'm kind of thinking of like, is it like a how do I say, more formal or
Yes.
more
Yes.
like
Yes.
kind of presenting
Yes.
not how they're presenting to the public is important. That kind
Yes.
of
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aesthetics. Yeah.
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 Yes.
Mm.
So, and that kind of relates, what is that? Like the pride or you know, the
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Good word. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Also a quest for, I don't know, quality, something that is not like everybody else. They want to be doing something more, I
Stand
don't know,
out.
more
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not well, I guess kind of competitive, but really more like wanting to be seen as right, as
as an ideal, something you
doing
want
it
to.
very well, doing or yeah, the quality of
Mm.
Do
that's
you know,
partly
do you know if
that's
all
part of pride.
sons are looking, do all sons have this kind of writing?
No, this, which kind?
This, because this is a very high form level. It's simplified, it's print script. In
Mm.
my study of visionaries, this is the empowered creative. Everybody else falls into a different
Yes.
form level, but this is
Yeah.
high form level. They know what they've got, they use what they got, they feel what they got, and they give it away. The more
Yeah.
you are, the less you need. This person doesn't need anything.
That sounds like a sun type,
Does. Yeah.
how you
Yeah.
described it.
I would. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Mm.
And that's why it's the brightest thing in the universe. or the-
Yes.
Yes.
And you see it's giving. It's that
Yeah.
giving.
Yeah.
Wow. And then let's see, I think Jupiter was 4. Oh, it's right here next to it, this way.
Mm.
So the
Mm.
sun and Jupiter I put
It's a
next
good
to each
example.
other
Yeah. Yeah.
because they're they're the most expansive.
Yeah.
See, so if you notice the sequence, more or less how I was placing the handwriting, or you know, instead of the order he gave, I was trying to show it in terms of that most contractive to most expansive. So
Mm.
you can see the slight variations and of the different types in terms of that, with Jupiter being even more
Mm.
expansive
Yeah.
than the sun type. Yeah.
Grand
There we go.
gestures. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, look at those round gestures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Victor, could you send us this listing that you're showing now,
Oh yeah. Uh
or is it available some way?
oh, you mean like the sequence?
It's in the book.
Yes.
It's in
Yeah,
the
this is
book.
the book. What I'm showing is his chapter from the book.
Oh, John
A
Beck's book.
PDF
Okay.
from
No,
John
the power
Book,
of the
It was the
pen.
power of the
from the
pen.
Power of the Pen. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
was
have
using
that.
it primarily because, you know, so that we have like a guide to understand his chapter, you know, like what he's talking about here more.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, all of this is right there in the chapter. That's all that I'm showing. But yeah, here's the graphic form descriptions, like even larger than and even more dynamic than the sun type. And you know what I'm noticing, what I'm wondering is the it maybe between the sun type and Jupiter type, one of the differences might be the degree of generosity or something like that, or how what are those differences? Because that the sun type is very what you were that the way you were describing, Ruth, that handwriting sample of, you know, wanting to give to the community and the creativity and originality of the sun type.
They don't need
Yeah.
anything. They don't see any of those loops, that hunger loops. The
Right.
person who needs rep, that recognition, appreciation, and praise.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, the Jupiter is still looking for something. That's
okay.
the hook. That's the hook at the bottom. That
Yeah.
if you get into the doom loop, you know, they're still looking for more. I want more. And that's the frustration of those loops in the lower zone.
It's kind of like, look at me, look how much I'm doing, and almost expanding too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with the sun writing, it's more a case of they show you what's being done and what's being presented, whereas the Jupiter involves everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a bit of a distance with the sun between, you know, from other people. They sort of hold themselves at a distance rather than Jupiter's in there amongst everybody, you know, taking over.
And thus that expansive size.
Yeah.
Really,
Yes.
really kind of okay.
Yeah.
Whereas the sun type is a much more self-contained.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
I have a question for everyone. Leave this picture up
Okay.
of Victor. I see the lower zone as what people need to prove to themselves that they're worthy. And so this person needs people to see a lot, you know, but I don't know, does that sound right to other people about the lower zone?
It's
I would have
said,
said
searching.
so. Yeah.
What? I didn't hear what people said.
Sorry, go on.
I call that a neediness. It's almost as though, you know, there are fish down there. So you throw out the hook, but nobody's biting on this hook. When it comes back up, there's completion and moving forward. Right now, you're still looking. You're still.
So it's a searching. It's an openness and a neediness to fill that.
And this person is overextended. The cheese is slipping off her cracker.
So would you say that is characteristic of the Jupiter type? Or is
I'd have to see more.
Yeah.
I like the writing. She's really smart, super smart.
But
everything that's expanding, it would be, you know, Jupiter. So the big loops or the big, and you know, anything that is
very capable.
Yeah.
And are even these extensions and kind of the flares going on, but even if they haven't been closed into loops, that would be also a characteristic or indicative of the Jupiter. Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I just point can I just point out that those cradle lower zones are copy model, not that size, but the cradle open lower zone is copy model in the UK for some.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing that, because should that just be down, it shouldn't interfere with the line underneath.
No.
No, that's an extreme example of a cradle. Yes, it should be a third. Should be the same size as the middle zone.
Mm.
So if it's like this in England, it would be frustration.
I'd interpret it as a great need.
It is, it's a need, yeah.
For either the sort of, on Maslow, your house, your home, your roof over your head, your food, your sex, the basics in life, are far greater than average need.
Need
for
approval.
those.
They want approval,
Yes.
don't they?
Yes, and they're a caring person. They want to be seen to be caring, as you say. They want approval, and I would say if that person hasn't got a partner, they need something to be seen to be caring for. So they might have a dog, or they might have a garden, or something that can show how caring, and they get that feeling back.
What I call the dynamic triad: persistence, which is seen in the T, the way that makes the T, determination, which is those downstrokes, and enthusiasm, which is in the T-bar crossing.
Yeah.
All the part of the Jupiter type, isn't it, Laurence? With that's part of the characteristics of the Jupiter type, that expansive enthusiasm.
Yes, enthusiasm, yes.
The persistence, that energy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this person can accomplish great things. It's just what this cradle is showing, they have this inner need that's not innerly satisfied. It doesn't affect their capabilities to do things.
No.
Yeah.
If you put it the other way and say what's missing from it, it's not somebody who's going to sit in a corner and carefully count the beans quietly on their own.
No. Very good.
They're attention seeking, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah.
I saw this handwriting. It's very similar, although it was less angular, in an artist, a local artist, and she brought her handwriting to me. And I was like, she wanted to get together afterwards, and I was a little afraid of those hooks. I was like, I didn't want to have to supply so much need, in a relationship with this person.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt bad that I felt that way. So, but now I'm understanding it better.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good story, Judy.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say that all of this is very new to me, and reading this and then having you all help me understand these planetary types, it's been very, I feel kind of like you were saying, Ruth. I feel confused enough to feel a little smarter.
A higher level of confusion, I call it.
Yeah, it's a higher level of confusion.
But I think it's very difficult to understand the types from just one example of handwriting.
Yeah.
So if we had more, we could see what's I mean what's common to all of them, and what makes them belonging to a type. But here it's a little bit difficult, I think, with just one, because yeah.
Well, and that's what I was thinking next, before we close, just you know, how to, if you're interested, how to study this. And I was, you know, the way we were talking on this, it was like, well, we really need to be looking at several types with, you know, several handwriting samples
Yeah.
within the type. And which is that what you guys are doing, Sue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we sort of pull up a different selection of handwriting and go through, and we don't always agree. We need to compromise. We need to share our views, and some will say, "Oh, well, I think that's Jupiter because it's quite flamboyant," and somebody else
Yeah.
will say, "Well, is it flamboyant? It's large, isn't it? But you know," and we'll have a discussion between. It's only a very small group, which is easier for a discussion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sue,
So
can you send us your chart?
It's interesting. You probably can't see it now, but where are we? The other
yeah,
way.
there
I
you
see
got
it,
it.
yeah.
Let me
I'm actually writing notes on it as you're talking
Oh,
because
okay.
hold on.
I'm adding to it. Yes, with what people are
If you
saying.
can
Yes.
scan it with your notes on it, I'd love to see
hold it up
it.
again, Sue. I stopped sharing so it'll show up. But
Do you think you'd read my writing? It's too small.
I put 2 pairs of glasses on.
So I've tried to, let's get it the right way around. I've tried to put them in
Yeah.
the order that the planets are from in the sky, I think.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I've got it right, I might have got it wrong. A sun, moon, Mercury,
Okay.
the other way,
Yeah.
Venus, Earth, Mars. On the back, though, I've got, what have I got there? Uranus,
Oh,
Oh,
Neptune and
you're
Pluto.
doing the other planet.
Neptune,
Wow.
Oh,
and
that's
Pluto.
cool.
Those are
Yeah.
writings, I tell
And
you.
then there's another one called, is it Agape? I don't know. How would you pronounce that, Laurel, in French? Lauren, in French? Agape?
Agape, we say.
Agape, with an accent on the end.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, that's from Anne-Marie Simon. Thank you.
Yes, so those on
Wow.
the back, those four are not used or not seen as often, if I put it like that.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
I got a question maybe for Sue. And that has to do with, are there any BIG journal articles that John wrote on this subject?
Yes. And in fact, what I'm actually looking at now, whoops, is called the Mythological Types. And this was published in 2 journals, if not 3 journals, actually. And since John's died, I've ended up with things like this that are papers that he's written over the years.
Yes.
And I had them, there's a box. I don't know. A big box. Couldn't tell you how many papers. I had them on the lounge floor, and I've started sorting them into subject categories, like whether it's Jung or whether it's Fromm or whether it's Adler or whether it's planets, as we sometimes call it incorrectly. And then the plan when it gets cold and winter is to scan them all.
Oh, wow.
There is a lot of work, yes, Anne, yes. I will scan them all, and then we would like to publish them as a, not memento, what's the word? Not memorial. There's a proper word, isn't there?
Monograph.
Could you, sorry?
Monograph? No.
Something that means it's in memory,
collection.
in memory of John.
In his memory.
In his memory, yes. I'm no good on long words. Yes, we want to
Memorial,
put
is that like a memorial?
memorial, yes,
Yeah.
yes. In acknowledgement of his good work, and I just thought, I can't bin them all. There's so much hard work in there, and lots of people, you know, would appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so I've volunteered with an arm behind my back
Wow, yeah.
to collate them and scan them. And
Yeah.
as I say, it's a winter job. So
Yeah.
who was it asked the question? Was it Stan?
Mm.
Yeah.
How patient are you?
Pretty patient.
Yeah.
Give me a couple of months and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But meanwhile,
I'm doing a lot of scanning myself, so I know it takes time.
it
Yeah.
does take time, and to get it lined up squarely on the machine and in the right order. And meanwhile, if you're a member of BIG, if you can get onto the website, there is a summary index of old journals. Archive journals, that's a better word. And if you put John Beck's name in, you will see the journals that he has published these articles in. I can't remember. I know they might be 1990s. They are quite old.
Doesn't matter.
If that answers your question.
Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why he didn't make a 9th? What would a Pluto writing have looked like?
That's in what I've done is, okay, you can't see that. I've put mine on yellow paper, and this stapled batch of papers is from about 3 or 4 journals, and the Pluto didn't come up until later. Are you all right for time? Do you want me to just put them up on the screen and
put
just
them
to
up
show
on the
you?
screen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no good me sharing the screen, is it? Because I haven't got this on a PowerPoint. But just briefly, the top one is Pluto with Sun and Earth, and the second one is Pluto, wrong way.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good. And people can pin, you can pin her picture if you select pin and make it full screen. Yeah, let me see. Yeah.
So Pluto's the top one?
Yeah, the top, let me just read it again. Pluto with Sun and Earth for the first one. But I must be honest, I don't always personally agree with John's samples.
Okay. Yeah.
He's the wildest of them all.
Pluto is generally a horrible writing. What do you think, Lauren? Do you know?
Yes, well, if you think of, I think Picasso's handwriting, for example, or but it's a mixture of Mars and Saturn, mostly, something like that.
The next one is that one he's saying is Pluto with Uranus, and you can probably see it better than I am because it's behind in front of me.
Yeah.
Uranus and Mars, is it? That one.
Yeah.
And then the next one is can't read it. Can't read it. Where's the bottom of it? What does that say? Can you read it?
Pluto is Sun, Moon, Mercury, Mars, and Earth.
So that answers the question. Somebody asked how many planets can you get in one sample?
Yeah.
That's very helpful to finish the picture. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I haven't got Neptune there. And I don't know, maybe Lauren's got more samples appropriate.
I don't know. I can look for them.
Or maybe at another, I don't know what your program is, Victor, maybe at another meeting.
Oh, whoever's here is just here because they love it. We're this is a 1-hour thing, and then we all of us that can't leave, we just stick around.
Just
no problem. Yeah.
I'm just going through to the BIG website and see if I can do it quickly and tell you what.
This is an example of Neptune.
Hold it up a minute. I want to pin that up, especially so I can get it on the recording. Yes, that's good. So what is this one?
Neptune.
Okay.
It's quite watery, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it's close to the moon, but
Mm.
I don't know.
Right.
It's very
There's also big spaces in it. Is that part of Neptune?
Yeah. It takes a lot of I mean, it goes everywhere. It's more like invading. I know this as others here, but these types have been less studied, I think. So I don't know. There are more less. Well,
Are there usually big upper extensions?
yeah, yes.
Put that one you just
Not
showed
always,
back
but
up for a minute, if you would. That sample that you just showed, put that one back up just for a minute.
okay.
That's Neptune, right? That's another.
Neptune.
Yeah.
I don't know which one. Maybe is it this one?
Yeah, it was that one. Yeah, that no, and up, lift it up just a little bit. Okay, and that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's kind of interesting about the way the pressure fades, or the it's like it gets darker and lighter.
Variable, yeah.
Yeah, the variable pressure, I think, in that Neptune, right? Thank you. No, that's good. Interesting. Yeah, John had said at the beginning of his chapter that he, and I think it was because of the space amount, he wasn't going to, about those planetary symbols or types, the Neptune, Pluto, and he mentions them and says it's not discussed in that article.
Yes.
I've just quickly looked up. The articles are in the BIG journal. If you want to write to editor at britishgraphology.org, summer 2000 and spring 2001, then that's when his articles were printed.
Okay.
And there is usually a nominal charge if you want a copy of those. If you write to the editor, and she can provide you with archive copies.
What were those dates again?
Summer 2000 and spring 2001. And it's John Beck. I just checked on the website. He's done 46 articles in our journals. So that's just a quick summary of those two, 2000 and 2001. But if you tell, the editor's called Carolina, and if you wanted, it'll be editor at britishgraphology.org.
Yeah.
And tell her what you're wanting. You're wanting John Beck's Mythological, just to make sure that I've given the right one.
Thank you.
No problem. Is that somebody just joined?
No, that was.
Yeah.
Hey, Victor, where do we watch your recordings at?
I've got a channel. I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I wanted to also mention, I don't think she's still here, but I was told that you may know more about this, Sue, about the British Academy. I forget the name of the person who's working with that, but I understand she's trying to get that kind of more active again.
Anne might know that because Anne was in the academy. I don't know if you're still in the academy, are you, Anne?
Yeah, still am.
Can you answer that?
Yeah. Are you thinking Sarah Mooney?
Yes, Sarah Mooney. That's who.
Yeah.
I haven't met her, but someone was telling me that she was trying to, or was interested in kind of building the school. And so there might be, like, for people interested in terms of finding out more about or getting training in this, that might be another source.
Yeah, she was. We've been doing a lot of Zoom meetings, discussing handwriting and so on. But now, of course, they all meet up in London. So I don't actually, I'm not able to get there. So I used to take part in the Zooms, but so yeah, so she is trying to get it all, up and running again. Yeah. Mm.
Okay. So maybe we can talk. I can get more information about that for people that, just to spread that information, because that was the other thing. So yeah. So Carl, I'll see about getting this one up.
Oh my gosh.
And send you a link, and then I think you can, because I put it on a form, and you know what, I should probably put them on the AHOF, but I'm trying to make them all available to everyone to keep
What
them.
it is we
Yeah.
have a link on the AHAF website to Victor's link.
Oh, okay, good. That's good to know.
But it's Victor who puts these Power of the Pen videos on his YouTube channel. So we link to his channel. So until he gets it there, it's not available. Once he gets it there, it's available.
I put the last month's up a few days, last week, I think. So I'll try to get this one up here.
Okay.
Don't sweat the program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more than enough to watch.
Yeah.
So what's happening next month?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, next month. Thank you for asking. Next month is a jewel. It's yeah, I got the with
Is it Roger Rubin?
Roger Rubin.
That'll be great.
Roger Rubin. Now, and I'm hoping he's going to be feeling better. But we talked about. I talked to him, and thank you. I'll call him again. I'll see what's going on. But his chapter. Roger Rubin is like an icon in the.
He's like Moses.
Yes, yes. So his chapter is the uses and abuses of insecurity, a graphological perspective that's at the beginning of the book. But let me tell you, I told him, don't worry about this. We probably just want to hear, sit at the feet of an elder in our field. And
don't call him that.
I won't. What should I call him? What's
he's
a good
only
one?
90, he's only 94 going on 95.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it being it's the right season for all, what is that? For reflecting on the past and future, But yeah, that's what's the third Thursday this coming month? Is that the 20th again? It's the third Thursday in December. Same time, same place.
It's the 18th.
18th, yeah.
Okay, the 18th. And Judy, I'll be in touch with you, because I'll call him. I told him I'd call him at the beginning of the month and check in and kind of confirm everything up to let you know. But yeah, this is I'm excited to be able to hang out with him. I think of it as the fireside chats.
That's one you should promote, Victor.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you could pick up a lot of satellite people.
Okay. I'll call him. I'll call and see how he's doing here.
Okay. Well, this has been great, Victor. For me, it's an eye opener because I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, me
So thank
too.
you all.
Neither did I.
Hey, I completely rely on my friends on this one, especially. I didn't know anything. So,
Yeah.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Really well, Victor. Thank you.
Victor, I'll
Very
do
good.
one for you in next year.
Lauren,
Oh,
Lauren, can you
go
send
ahead.
me your email address?
Yeah, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. What was that?
I said I will do the visionary for you sometime next year. Okay.
Yeah. Just when you got that worked out, I might be in touch with you in a couple months.
No problem.
Check in. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Take care, everyone.
Great.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for your
Yeah.
help today. Thank
Bye.
you. Au revoir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
A
Bye.
bientôt.
Thanks, Anne.
Laurence, Baudot at
You got it.
free.fr. Laurence.Boudot at free. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See you guys.
See you around. Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.